Welcome to One Day Songwriter. I told you we were writing a song in under an hour, so this is the speed course. If there are things that you want to go deeper on, there are more tutorials below. But for now, we are going to go the quickest path. Also, One Day Songwriter is not just writing songs. It is a movement to bring music back to the people. So if you want to join that community, you can find us on School at One Day Songwriter and share your songs or anything else, your experiences on social media. We'd love to hear from you. All of our handles are One Day Songwriter. So let's get right into it. Grab a piece of paper or download the worksheet below and let's get to it. On this piece of paper, I want you to pick a moment, not your whole life story, not a person, but a moment. So if you want to write about a person, say you want to write about your spouse or a child, don't write about them. Pick a moment that you constantly think about revolving them. If you want to pick something about your childhood, don't go and pick your whole childhood, but pick a very concrete, specific moment. Think of this moment as the moment that replays in your memory, happy or sad, but over and over and over again. That's the memory that I want you to start with. This is the memory that constantly repeats. Again, this is for you. Nobody's going to hear it. So be honest with yourself with that memory. You're going to write that moment down. Next, we are going to write down 5 little groups, and they are the 5 senses. So you're going to write sight, smell, touch, taste, hear. And instead of just writing down the things that you saw and heard, you are going to write full, complete sentences. I'm going to give you my example here. So instead of saying baby, you're going to say, I saw the baby. So we want them to be full sentences because we are going to be developing our lyrics from this worksheet. Now, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do this. If it takes you less than that, that's fine. But just write down as much as you can remember in that moment. The point of this is to bring you into that moment, ground yourself in that moment so that we can do the next part. So take your pen and paper. I'm going to put a timer and let's begin. You have processed the moment with your 5 senses. Now we are going to write down what you thought and felt about it. So you are in the moment. In that moment, not what you're feeling now, but in that moment, you are going to write down what I thought and what I felt. You can see mine are very long. Yours don't have to be as long. They can be longer. But I want you to be honest. No thought is bad. These thoughts are just staying on this paper. So write down everything that you thought and everything that you felt. It doesn't have to be true today, but I want it to be honest of what you felt in that moment. So again, I'm going to give you a 5-minute timer. If you finish before that, just fast forward the video. Congratulations, you just did the hardest part of writing a song. The lyric part is actually going to be so easy for you now. Before we get started on telling you exactly how you're going to do this, I want to share with you why this works. So Stevie Nicks wrote a song called Landslide. You can go look up this song. In that song, she was praised for her lyricism, for how beautiful it was. But without her even knowing this, she did exactly what you just did. She was literally in the snow-covered mountains. It was not a metaphor. What she did was she processed where she was, and she processed what she thought and felt in that memory. Now, a lot of people try to create metaphors and make every single line a metaphor and make it so poetic. But the best songs are not that way. Landslide was not all metaphor. It was actually what she processed in that moment, and it turned into a metaphor for others. That's what most songwriters do. Without them even knowing that they're doing it, but that's what they're doing. The metaphor develops from the actual external world of that memory. Now, you can have a metaphor. I'm not saying you can't, but the best songs sound like songs that you could talk out loud. The best songs like Adele, the Hello song, that is a hit song. The reason it's a hit song is because it sounds like she's literally talking to someone on the phone. And if you go look at lyrics of your favorite songs, they all sound that way. They don't use big words. They use very everyday language because songwriting is not poetry. You can make songs poetic, but the best songs are usually very simple language. So now that we have that out of the way, we are going to go over the lyric writing structure. The lyric writing structure is very simple. We are, for the sake of this, going to do verse, chorus, which is an A, B pattern. Some people like to put a bridge in between the verse, chorus, then they do a bridge, and then a last chorus. You can do that, but you don't have to. For the sake of this one and our speed songwriting, most songs are just verse, chorus. Couple have bridges. Bridges have become more popularized, but for the longest time, they didn't have bridges. It really was just verse, chorus. So that's what we're gonna start with. You can learn about bridges, later on. Now, your first verse is usually setting up the scene. The what you thought, or not what you thought, the what you saw, smelled, your five senses. And your second verse is usually what you thought and felt about in the moment. Your chorus is the one big idea. And the best way to develop the chorus is to start with writing the two verses first, which is usually backwards from what a lot of people do. If you have a hook already and you're a musician, go write your chorus, that's fine. But for the sake of this, verse, and then we put the chorus and repeat it. Before we get into writing these, you don't need to know music. What you do need to know is syllables. Bird is 1 syllable. Lemon is 2 syllables. Pineapple is 3 syllables. A syllable is just how many sounds it takes to say the word. And for the purpose of this, to make it musical, we are going to write 6 to 12 syllables per line in each verse, and each verse is going to be 4 lines. Your chorus is going to do the exact same thing, but you have the option to repeat the lines or keep it 2 lines or make it 4 lines. It's going to be your choice, but is that simple. We're just counting syllables. So I want you to look at your paper. Like we said, your first verse is everything that you processed in your 5 senses. You can mix them as well, so don't feel like you have to do it this way, but it's usually the easiest way. So look at that paper and pick a line that sticks out to you. Not the one that you think is going to be perfect, but just pick the line that sticks out to you. And I want you to make that your first line. Now, you can also combine it. If it's short and it's not 6 syllables, you can add something to it as well. But count how many syllables it is. Before we get into writing your full song, here is an example of my song processed from what we already processed so that you can see everything is directly from there. I've got one metaphor, everything has the syllables, and it is the exact same thoughts. Now, what you might notice is that I rhymed. You don't have to rhyme. I am a natural rhymer, and so they naturally come to me. But there are many songs that don't rhyme, so I don't want you to think that you have to rhyme. But if you do want to rhyme, The easiest way to do that is to pick a line and then say, what rhymes with that last word? And look at your processing sheet and say, does anything on here rhyme, or can I make it rhyme? And you can Google or use ChatGPT or whatever you want to figure out a line that will rhyme. But again, you do not have to rhyme. You actually don't even have to match the syllables. It just has to be between 6 to 12 syllables per line. You also don't have to keep to the words that are on the paper. So if you put I saw, you can change it to I glanced, or you could take the I off. And this is how you get to match the syllables, is if it's 9 syllables and you have something that says I saw, just take off the I. And that's all you have to think about for this. But again, 6 to 12 syllables. Don't overthink it. Just pull the things off of your processing sheet that feel right in the song. There's no wrong or right answer. And because you did the hard work of processing, you could probably make 10, 15, 20 different songs from this same processing sheet. I'm going to show you an example of a song that I made right after this one so that you can see that. So now that you've seen the example, you know how to write the lyrics. It is your turn. I'm going to do another timer for 5 minutes, but again, don't overthink it. If you need it a little bit more time, that's fine. I'm here. You can just pause me because I'm a video, right? But write down your lyrics. And in the next part, we're going to turn it into a song. Now that you wrote your lyrics, it is time to turn it into a real song. This is the most important part if you're somebody who suppresses your emotions, because this is going to re-trigger the emotions as music does and release what you have been holding on to. For me, I had wrote a song about a miscarriage and I was having a hard time releasing those emotions, and so I wrote a song about it. And then every time that I was feeling off, I was angry and I didn't know why, I would replay my song and hear it back to me. And it was always so powerful because it would re-trigger me, put me back into that memory so that I could actually feel. Now, I didn't have to do this right in the middle of public. I could just do this safely in my room and release all of those emotions that were stored in so that I wasn't releasing them at random times or on social media or anything like that. That's the power of this, is to have a safe place for you to re-trigger and all those emotions that you've been suppressing for them to release. Now, I want to address this head on. We will be making this track with AI. I know a lot of people have different feelings about AI, so just know that you can skip this part. We will go over the next part on how to make live music and record that as well, so you can do the same thing. But for now, we're going to try this. Again, you can skip it and go to the next part because it doesn't matter. There are multiple ways to record the song. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to copy and paste our verse and chorus. We're going to go over to this called suno.com. You're going to probably have to create an account. It is free at the time of filming, and at least for the first song. But once you get there, you will see this dashboard. We're not going to just put it in here. That's where you get the AI slop. We are going to put it in create. So we're going to press that create button. We're going to paste your lyrics here. What I actually personally do is I use this audio button and I actually record my voice here to get the song. But if you don't want to sing, and I'm not going to make you sing, you can just paste it. So we're going to paste it, but I will show you an example of singing a song as well. Just know that that is there. Now, style. This is where you put the style of music that you like, that you want to listen to. So you could say country. And another way, they have this little magic button to personalize your prompts. You can also, what I have found, go to chat GPT or whatever other AI that you want to use and ask it for a Suno prompt. So, say you want a song that sounds, I don't know, like Billie Eilish, okay? Or something like that. And we would just say, can you create a Suno prompt? Or actually, sorry. And we would just say, how would you describe Billie Eilish's style and her voice and her genre? Okay, that's how I personally start it, because sometimes you don't get the best response when you just put pop or dark pop or something like that. So it tells us, okay, this is her vocal style. And now we're gonna let it knows now that I put this stuff into Suno. But we are gonna put this alternative pop prompt into here. We're gonna paste it. And you have more options. When you do sing it, there's another button that will come up here called audio influence. But again, that is in a different part. I want it to be a female, and then we're gonna call it One Life Begins, okay? And then all we do is press create. And again, you don't even have to do this part. You can just put pop. You can just put alternative. They give you examples here. So you don't have to overthink it. I just wanted to show you that. So now we're going to press create. And it is going to create the tracks for us in literally a matter of seconds. As you can see, I also have like lots of different versions of things, and so don't always accept the first one if you don't love it. But oftentimes the first one is usually good. It's just dependent on your sound. So let's listen to the track. So that was crazy, right? Now, say we just didn't want to even do that prompt. We just want to do, let's say, jazz. We'll say sad jazz, okay? And we'll do smooth vocals. Just to show you that you don't have to do that. But if you want something exact, that's how you would do it. So now we're going to try this one. And then I'm going to show you how to take off their voice so that you can actually sing it yourself. But let's listen to this one. That's if you don't want to sing. Now, if you are a singer like me and you want to sing, but you just want a custom track, this is what you're going to do instead. So I am going to take off the style and I'm going to hit the audio button instead. So we are going to sing it so that you can hear it. I need to see the lyrics because that's how I need to see it. I'm going to just sing it the way that's going to come out. It might be pitchy, so I'm sorry. But you press the record. Picked up the phone with my baby in hand. Heard you stumble on words to say he's dead. Hung up the phone watching tears as they land on my newborn baby's head. One life ends when a new life begins. It doesn't seem fair, but it's evident here. Wishing for more moments, wishing there was time. One life ends when a new life begins. You were supposed to make it out, watch her grow at least a couple more years. Now you're watching her in heaven, and I'm stranded in death's wreckage. One life ends when a new life begins. It doesn't seem fair, but it's evident here. Wishing for more moments, wishing there was time. One life ends when a new life begins. So now I have that recording and it's going to upload it. And when you just go from audio, it will actually auto-populate the lyrics for you. So you don't have to do that. But because we already have them in there, they're going to be in there. And the style, I'm going to do folk. Oh, see, it shows you overwrite lyrics. We'll say, we're going to say keep current, just because that's what it is. We're going to do folk country. Okay. I don't know. And we're going to have female, and now you'll see this audio influence. Loose, it's not going to sound like it, but I personally like to put it kind of up here, like the 96. I never do 100%, it doesn't work, but you are going to do like 96. So now we're going to press create. I'm going to show you how to take the vocals off so that you can sing it yourself if you're not an instrumentalist. I'm also going to show you how to play, so we're going to get there too. This is the speed course, so I got to show you all the ways. All right, so now we get to listen to this one. And it keeps your recording here too so that you can always like remix it. We're going to do different demos to kind of go deeper into all of this stuff. But this is just the taste to get you to the thing that you want. All right, so we're going to play this one. we have the song, you can actually download the MP3 file. You can download the stem. So if you are good at production and you use GarageBand or Logic, you can download the stems. I still like to download the WAV file and split them in Logic, but this is for the non-production person. So we're going to download the MP3. And there also is a way to remove the vocals here in Studio, and you can put yours in. It's just an extra fee, and this one's a cheaper fee. So I'm showing you the cheaper fee. So we download it, and we go to something called Moises.ai. And the reason I'm showing you this is because it also doesn't just take the vocals out. It's going to show you the chords so that you can learn the song yourself. So we are going to add right here. You're going to upload the song. So we're going to go right there, upload, and we're going to submit. And this one takes a little bit longer. So for the sake of this recording, let me show you one that, this was my miscarriage song. So we're going to click on it. It has the chord chart for you. And then what's amazing is I can take the vocals on and off. So I'm going to play it so you can hear the vocals, and then I'm going to take them off so that you can see and that you can literally learn the guitar tabs here. So some babies are just meant to live their lives in heaven. They just feel perfect to touch down on this earth. So for this one, I can literally play the chords and learn my song. And if you want to learn piano the fast way, I have a video down there as well to learn that. But I want to show you what it sounds like without the vocals. So we'll do that next, okay? They bring a blessing for their siblings in the suffering. How grateful are the parents for their kids on earth. This one's for baby Gemma, a gift from God above. So what's so amazing about this, especially if you're an artist trying to be on social media, is I sang this song into Suno on my way to the airport. It's exactly how I sang it, actually. I then downloaded the track. This one's way closer to how I sang it. The other one, the melody wasn't exactly the same, but for this one, it really was. And you can always adjust things, but I downloaded it, and then in other songs, this is how I sing on social media. I literally just take the vocals off. It takes 30 seconds, and then I can just use the audio from here and sing over the track, kind of like karaoke. And now I can sing my song with my voice. So now that you have a track that you can literally play to and sing to, this leads into the next parts of actually making music with your own body. This is the somatic part of somatic speed songwriting. So you don't need an instrument for this. Your body is an instrument. You can sing. Most people have told you that you can't sing. A lot of people have heard that. Even good singers have been told that. I, even as a professional singer, had been told I was not good enough in different areas. And so we all have probably heard that, or we don't think we're good enough. And this helps you become good. So in the somatic speed songwriting, I teach speak to sing. Speak to sing is where you just speak the lyrics in your natural resonance. So most people try to copy somebody else's sound, and then it's not their authentic sound. They can't hit the notes because it's not them. But I had a student who, we did this method. He played his guitar and he spoke the lyrics over the accompaniment. And through doing that, he sounded like 21 Pilots. The reason is because when you speak it out, it brings your natural resonance, and singing is just speaking with a little bit of melody. That's all it is. And there are, yes, a 4% of the population that is tone deaf, but we're not trying to become the next Taylor Swift if you're tone deaf. We're just trying to sing. And you can sing if you're tone deaf, because when you speak to sing, even if you're not getting the notes quote unquote right, you're getting the notes that are quote unquote right for your song. Whatever comes out of your body naturally comes out of your body naturally. That's all it is. And so in the speak to sing, you can find a track on YouTube if you don't play an instrument. There's so many. Just type in like backing track and then speak your lyrics over it and then sing them. Or if you don't want to do that, again, sing into Suno the melody that naturally comes to you into Suno. It'll give you the backing track, and then you can sing karaoke and continually get that out, because music activates all parts of your brain. And when you sing specifically, it activates the vagus nerve that lowers your cortisol and reduces your stress. This is why singing is so important and why it's so sad that most people are so scared to sing. I'm not telling you to sing, in front of an audience, but I'm telling you to sing in your car, sing in the shower, sing in a closet, wherever you feel safe. Try singing. It's so, so, so beneficial for your body. And that's an easy way to do it, is speak your lyrics, sing them a cappella or over a backing track, put it into Suno, and now you even have a more custom track to your unique voice to sing over. That's what this one was with Baby Gemma. I sang it a cappella, and it gave me a track, and now I can sing it whenever I need to. And that, again, is a somatic part of the somatic speed songwriting, is I'm actively participating in the music making. So if you are a musician now, this is how you're going to play your song and record it without AI. So you're going to pick easy chords. I have a chord pack below. I go further into it in the course, but for now, this part. So I'm going to just pick the easy 4 chords, the G, D minor, E, and C. All right? And so I want you to just speak your words over it. So picked up the phone with my baby in hand, heard you stumble on words to say he's dead. You are going to naturally come up with a melody that way. And because you're a musician, if you know this, that there will probably be either 1 or 2 chords per line in each verse. And the same with the chorus. As you can see, I've got 2 chords. If it's like a slower song, you usually do that. If it's a faster song, it might just be 1 chord per line. But if you're a musician, you probably know that part. All right, so you're just going to pick up your piano or your guitar and do that. So now I'm just going to kind of look at my lyrics and listen to what comes into my head, right? So, picked up the phone with my... Oh, sorry. All right, so. Picked up the phone with my baby in hand, heard you stumble on words to say he's dead. Hung up the phone, watching tears as they land on my newborn baby's head. One life ends when a new life begins. Doesn't seem fair, but it's evident here. So that's all you do. Just pick chords from that chord pack and speak it. Try and come up with a melody. Nothing is wrong. And if you're struggling with the melody part, that's where you struggle. Play your instrument, say you're a guitarist, pianist, whatever you are, play your instrument into Suno as the inspiration and play that part, and it will create the melody for you, which is also very powerful.